If you're running out of time and you haven't started your sweet potato pie yet, I came on here just to share a quick tip on how to make a fast sweet potato pie with no strings around to be found. First, you want to wrap your sweet potatoes in some aluminum foil before you put them in the oven to bake. It'll help them steam and they'll cook thoroughly all the way through. Do not take them out of the oven until they are so tender that they feel like they're mushy. Next, you want to measure out 2.5 cups of sweet potatoes. And then I'm whipping out my secret weapon, y'all, my Ninja blender. But of course, you could use any kind of blender to do this. This is the best way to get rid of all those pesky little strings and have the creamiest pie that you've ever had. Now all you need to do is gather all your ingredients together and get them loaded up in this Ninja cup. Now for those of you who are using the Ninja, this is the large cup that comes with your Ninja blender when you first purchase it. And it's gonna look like it's not gonna hold all the ingredients, but it will. So we got our sweet potatoes in there, 1/3 cup of melted butter. We have 1/3 cup of white sugar, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You're gonna need 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, just a pinch more than 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. And then I'd like to add 1/4 teaspoon of cloves. Now for my evaporated milk, you're going to use anywhere between 1/3 cup and 1/2 cup. Add 2 tablespoons of flour. It really makes the pie creamy. I'm adding 1 egg, and don't forget to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavoring. Now that you fit everything into that cup without it spilling over, put on your lid and snap it onto your Ninja blender. You want to just blend this for about 15 seconds. After that, you take it off because there will be some ingredients that didn't combine that well. So you just take it off, shake it up a couple times like you see me doing here, and snap it right back on there for another 5 to 7 seconds. Now there is no way that you will find one string in your pie if you use this method. Look at this pie filling, y'all. This is the easiest way that you can prepare a sweet potato pie in just a few minutes, and it smells so good. Now all you need to do is whip out your Pillsbury pie crust. This is the best and easiest pie crust that I have ever used. It's quick, it's easy, and nobody knows the difference. Now before you pour it into your pie crust, you just want to stir it up a little bit just to make sure that there's nothing lingering at the bottom. So just transfer this into your pie crust, and you want to make sure that you get every drop out of this container. You don't need to leave none in there. This pie filling tastes so good just the way it is before I even baked it. So you want to get every drop into the pie pan. By the way, if you enjoyed this video, click like and let me know I'm doing a good job. Now at this point, you want to just smooth out your sweet potato pie as smooth as you can get it. But don't worry too much about that because once it starts to bake, it will smooth out on its own. Now you just want to doll up your crust a little bit so that it looks nice and pretty when you present it on your Thanksgiving table. And as you see, you don't need any special tool to do that with. I just took the back of my knife and made some indentations into the crust, and voila, a beautiful sweet potato pie. Bake at 350 degrees for 1 hour and 30 minutes. And look at this delicious pie. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick, fast recipe. And happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.